Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The WWE Universe has been buzzing for months over the situation between Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair. The big mystery attacker reveal went down at Elimination Chamber as Cargill returned from her hiatus, but now there are more questions than answers. A new theory has just emerged on a potential massive swerve for the trio on the road to WrestleMania 41. Big Money Jade outed the Glow as her mystery attacker at WWE Elimination Chamber, destroying her as the EST watched from her chamber pod, just days after she and Naomi dropped the Women's Tag Team Championship to the Judgment Day's Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. She then revealed shocking reasons for the attack. On Friday's SmackDown, an emotional Belair called Naomi to the ring. Wearing a neck brace, Naomi admitted to the attack, accusing the former AEW star of piggybacking off her success and using Belair. Bianca cried and declared their friendship to be over after they had words. As she left, Naomi called Belair an ungrateful *****, and knocked Cargill, as Jade was shown arriving backstage before rushing the ring and decimating her former ally. Rumors and speculation have swirled within the WWE Universe on Belair and Cargill during the biggest time of the year. Now eagle-eyed viewers have floated a new theory after officials dropped an apparent subtle tease this past week. Fans pointed to how the former tag team champions wore white attire at Elimination Chamber while Cargill returned in all black. Then on SmackDown this week, Naomi and Belair wore black and Cargill came out in white. Belair is already confirmed to challenge Io Sky for the Women's World Championship in Las Vegas, but it appears there will be some controversial interference. Cargill is expected to return to the ring in the near future following Friday's explosive SmackDown. Her last match came on November 11 during Raw, where she and Belair retained their titles over Morgan and Rodriguez, who dethroned Belair and Naomi last month. Jade Cargill is featured in the new WWE 2K25 video game. She was released as DLC in last year's video game, but this marks her 2K debut on the initial release roster. Cargill took to Instagram with a clip from the game and a bold statement. Cargill made her video game debut in 2023 with AEW Fight Forever. World Wrestling Entertainment's 2K25 game was released on Friday via Early Access, and the official release date is March 14, 2025. In a world where WWE constantly stirs excitement through its unpredictable storylines, fans have become accustomed to the company's penchant for creating elaborate, multi-layered narratives. Recently, one such narrative has been gaining steam: Naomi's involvement in the shocking attack on Jade Cargill. While Naomi's role in this event was initially presented as the defining moment of her return, subtle hints and teases have begun to surface that suggest she may not have been working alone. WWE, known for its creative storytelling, seems to be setting the stage for a bigger reveal, making fans question whether Naomi had some help in taking down one of the most dominant forces in professional wrestling. Naomi's return, the beginning of the mystery. Naomi's return to WWE has been nothing short of spectacular. After a long hiatus, Naomi made her dramatic reappearance, aligning herself with the SmackDown Women's division and immediately establishing her place as a force to be reckoned with. But it wasn't long before she turned her attention to the towering figure of Jade Cargill, a superstar whose meteoric rise in WWE had already been making waves. At the time of their encounter, Naomi's attack on Cargill was shocking and unexpected, setting the stage for an epic clash. Naomi's swift and unexpected attack seemed to signal that she had personal grievances with Cargill. The SmackDown crowd had no idea that Naomi would turn heel so quickly, and her attack left fans questioning her true motivations. Was Naomi merely trying to make a statement? Was it personal, or was she aligned with someone else? For weeks, the storyline unfolded with Naomi establishing her dominance over Cargill, but it quickly became apparent that something was amiss. Subtle moments of doubt and a few offhand comments began to slip into the narrative, hinting that Naomi's attack might not have been an isolated act. Slowly, WWE's creative team began to plant seeds that would soon blossom into a far more intricate and compelling storyline. Subtle teases and the return of a mysterious ally. The first clue that Naomi may not have been working alone came during a backstage segment that featured Naomi and her rival, Cargill. As Naomi boasted about her victory, there was a fleeting moment where her gaze shifted suspiciously toward the shadows in the background. The camera lingered just long enough to catch a glimpse of someone moving, but it was too quick for viewers to identify who or what it was. This brief moment of ambiguity raised the question: who was Naomi looking at? In another instance, Naomi's tone seemed to shift whenever she was questioned about the attack on Cargill. While her words were bold and confident, her body language was telling a different story. Naomi would often glance around nervously or hesitate when asked direct questions about whether anyone else was involved. This sudden change in her demeanor hinted at the possibility of a deeper alliance or involvement with another party. The most significant tease came during a SmackDown episode when Naomi interrupted a promo by Cargill. As Naomi stood in the ring delivering her signature insults and jabs at Cargill, the lights flickered briefly. In the split second that followed, Naomi's expression shifted, and she appeared to momentarily lose her focus. It was a subtle, almost imperceptible shift, but the timing was undeniably suspicious. Was this a hint that someone else had orchestrated the attack or was subtly controlling Naomi's actions? Fans certainly took note, and social media exploded with theories. The enigma of the unseen ally. One of the most intriguing elements of this unfolding storyline was the mysterious figure who seemed to be lurking in the background, pulling the strings. Speculation mounted as fans began to theorize about the identity of Naomi's potential ally. While some believed that a former WWE superstar might be making a return, others speculated that Naomi was simply being influenced by an outside force. Some fans were quick to point to the possibility that the legendary faction known as the Bloodline might be involved. Naomi's ties to the Bloodline through her marriage to Jimmy Uso raised eyebrows, especially given the Bloodline's ongoing struggles and internal conflicts. Could Naomi have been manipulated or even coerced into attacking Cargill by someone within the Bloodline? Or perhaps the Bloodline's influence was simply the beginning of a larger power struggle that would soon engulf the entire division, another theory that began to gain traction centered around Charlotte Flair. Given Flair's history of manipulation and power grabs, it wouldn't be far-fetched to imagine that she might have quietly been pulling Naomi's strings from behind the scenes. With her reputation as one of WWE's most ruthless competitors, Charlotte had already shown a willingness to work behind closed doors to achieve her goals. Could she be the secret mastermind behind Naomi's actions? WWE's decision to leave these questions unanswered was a deliberate one, as it allowed fans to speculate and discuss the possibilities in a way that only fueled their excitement for the eventual reveal. In the weeks following Naomi's initial attack on Cargill, subtle hints continued to surface, each one teasing the idea that Naomi wasn't working alone, and that a larger story was unfolding behind the scenes. Naomi's transformation, from face to heel. As Naomi's role in the attack on Cargill continued to evolve, her transformation from beloved face to ruthless heel became more pronounced. The once sparkling superstar, known for her energetic and positive attitude, now stood as a cold, calculating figure, seemingly consumed by her desire for power and control. Naomi's transformation was not just a change in her in-ring persona. It was also reflected in her interactions with other WWE superstars and backstage segments. Naomi's new attitude and behavior were, in some ways, a direct contrast to the charismatic, fan-friendly persona that had made her a fan favorite for years. As her rivalry with Cargill intensified, Naomi's heel persona began to take on a more sinister tone. She became more brazen in her attacks, and her taunts towards Cargill became more vicious and personal. However, as Naomi's heel turn progressed, fans couldn't help but wonder if her actions were entirely her own. Had she truly embraced the dark side, or was she simply a puppet being controlled by someone else? The idea that Naomi's transformation might be the result of outside influence became increasingly plausible, especially as the storylines around her deepened. The role of Jade Cargill, the underdog. On the other side of the equation, Jade Cargill's character was evolving as well. As one of WWE's most dominant women's champions, Cargill had built a reputation for being unstoppable. However, Naomi's attacks had thrown a wrench into her plans, and for the first time fans saw Cargill vulnerable. The champion was no longer the all-powerful, invincible force. She was now a woman struggling to fend off both Naomi and whatever, or whoever, else might be lurking in the shadows. Cargill's frustration with Naomi's seemingly unprovoked attacks grew each week. At first, she tried to dismiss Naomi's actions as nothing more than an attempt to gain attention. But as the weeks wore on, Cargill's focus shifted to unraveling the mystery behind Naomi's sudden aggression. Was it Naomi herself who had personal issues with her? Or was there something or someone else pushing Naomi to take such drastic action? In one of the most intense moments of the storyline, Cargill confronted Naomi in the ring, demanding answers. Naomi, with a smug grin on her face, played coy, denying any involvement in a larger conspiracy. However, in a surprising turn, Naomi mentioned the plan without elaborating on what it entailed. The line was delivered in such a way that it left fans on edge, wondering what exactly Naomi was hinting at. Was there really a plan in place, and if so, who was involved? The big reveal. Who's really behind the attack? As the feud between Naomi and Jade Cargill reached its boiling point, WWE began to build toward a much-anticipated payoff. The teases, the subtle hints, and the mysterious moments all pointed to one inevitable conclusion: the revelation of who was really behind the attack on Cargill. Could it be a returning superstar, someone with a deep personal history with Cargill? Was Naomi truly working with someone from within WWE? Or was there an external force influencing her actions? In a thrilling twist, WWE could choose to reveal that Naomi was just the tip of the iceberg, with a greater alliance or faction pulling the strings behind the scenes. Whatever the eventual reveal may be, the mystery surrounding Naomi's actions has left fans on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this tangled web of deceit and betrayal. And as WWE continues to craft this intricate storyline, one thing is certain: Naomi's attack on Jade Cargill was just the beginning of something far more complex and dramatic. Conclusion: a new era of storytelling in WWE. WWE's ability to blend subtle storytelling with dramatic reveals has always been one of the company's greatest strengths. The ongoing mystery surrounding Naomi's involvement in the attack on Jade Cargill has captivated fans and fueled countless theories and discussions online. As the storyline unfolds, it's clear that WWE is setting the stage for a major storyline that could reshape the women's division for years to come. Naomi's transformation from a beloved face to a possible puppet of a greater power adds a layer of complexity to her character. And the potential involvement of an unseen ally opens up endless possibilities for new rivalries, alliances, and twists. The subtle teases and careful pacing of the narrative ensure that fans will remain on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating the next chapter. As WWE continues to build toward the eventual revelation, one thing remains clear: Naomi's attack on Jade Cargill may have been only the beginning of something much bigger than anyone could have predicted. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.